Good morning. So quite a lot to update you on. Today is our wedding anniversary. So last year I looked like this. And this year I look like this. So I am 35 weeks pregnant. That feels silly. That feels like too big a number. But no, that's the correct number of the amount of weeks pregnant I am. Which it feels like I'm lying. It feels like a joke, but like what a weird joke that would be. It's just the truth. That's why it's a weird joke. I thought I would just document some things, some thoughts, some feelings, some purchases, because I still consider myself a minimalist, and I like being a minimalist, and it is a philosophy that has served me very, very well, and I don't plan on abandoning it just because a child is coming into my life. But I appreciate also it's going to be challenged because a baby will exist soon. Also, me and Charles are going out for some food later, so I've curled my hair and then put it up. So it looks, this isn't the style I've gone. I mean, it's an interesting look, but this isn't what I'm going for. This is like the precursor to the main event hair-wise. I think I might start this video by just showing you what I bought, because that feels like it ties in with a lot of what my content generally is. Not that I've made content in a while. That is also something I want to talk about this video. I have a hospital bag that's not properly packed yet. There's Bibsy. This here is what we have. And so we've got a bunch of stuff for recovery. I've got some nail trimming things, because apparently babies come out with very sharp nails, so I thought that would be a good thing to protect us from. I bought nipple covers because that felt like a thing to do. Look at this. No. We went. No. Ow. Kicking me. Having a baby is the most unknown. It's as unknown as it's possible to be. If there are degrees of unknown, this is like the most unknown. And you try and prepare, and I think the trap to potentially fall into is to think like, okay, the only way I can prepare is by buying things, because that's generally how preparation is sold to us these days. And I don't think that's necessarily the right way of going about it, especially when I've fallen into that trap many times in my life. So I've been watching a lot of videos, taking a lot of advice. One of the things we got was a beside me crib, which is a crib that just goes, like the side comes down, it goes beside the bed. And they're usually, the one that we got was usually £185, but we got it for £40 from this thing called Cheeky Monkeys, which is, it's like a fair where parents sell the things that they no longer need. But I did buy some new sheets. I got a carrier, and this carrier is, it's gonna be a lot of this. It's gonna be a lot of like, normally this is £1 million and I got it for £20. It's gonna be a lot of that going on in this video. But this was, I think this is like £65 new, because it's all like organic cotton and that kind of thing. But I got it for £11 from Vinted, which I've recently gotten into because I've been a big Depopper. Depop's been kind of my go-to, and then I thought, well, we'll try Vinted. It's a lot cheaper, it's a lot better, it's a lot less business focused and more kind of people are just trying to get rid of their stuff, which is sort of what Depop was originally. It's called a kaboo, a kaboo. So I have a kaboo. This is the exciting drawer. So we've got some little onesie things, little hat blanket that my mum's friend made, some nice clothes that my mum got. Oh yeah, we've got like a little sleeping bag thing and a swaddle. And then we have some reusable nappies. We've got just a ton of gifts and nice things. This is the crib, this is Armin's chair, and this will be the nursery in time. So yeah, this is the room that my baby will sleep in. It's also bizarre. It's just the strangest thing. It's always so weird. Every time I say anything like that, it just feels like lunacy. It feels like, I don't know, like I'm talking about someone else's life or something. It's really strange. While saying that, I feel like I need to actively express that I am incredibly excited. Like, we're really, really looking forward to it. With nerves bundled in. But it is completely just the most surreal thing. Pregnancy-wise, everything's going really well. Not really been any issues, and I think compared to what some people's pregnancies are like, I am having quite a good one. So I'm very pleased about that. But then also compared to my baseline, you know, I've been better. I've been less sore certainly in my life. But it's just such a lovely thing. It's just such a magical bit of, like, it's an honor to experience something like this. One thing I really wanted to talk about in this video was social media, because I've been away for a while, if you've noticed that, thank you first of all, that's really lovely. But I have been thinking a lot about why that is. I initially went offline to some degree because it just felt like the right thing to do. It just felt something that I was compelled to move towards. And it's only in retrospect that I've been able to kind of contextualize that will that I felt. And I feel like I've got some insight now, so I'm going to share that insight with you. And basically, there are a lot of reasons why someone might be drawn to minimalism, but for me personally, one of the key things was that I had accidentally fallen into the trap of believing that I could create like a summary of my best parts and almost like market and sell myself by the things that I owned. So whether that was the clothes that I wore, the trinkets that I had in my house. I was essentially an advertiser's dream, and I bought in so heavily to the idea that owning this meant this about me. And so as well as trying to create this impression of myself so that I could people could understand what I was about just by looking at me, obviously they couldn't, because I like to think I'm a bit more complex than just the clothes that I wear. But on top of that, it meant that I felt like I could wield how I was perceived. And that's when I kind of fell into some dangerous territory, because that's not how it works. So I would feel like, oh, I want to feel this emotion, or I want to be thought of this way, so I need to own this thing like this advert says that ties into the quality that I want to become. And then I discovered minimalism, and yes, it has its own pitfalls completely. I think you can over-identify with the concept of being a minimalist. Completely agree with that. But in terms of challenging the behaviors and the thought patterns that I had, that were essentially holding me back in quite a big way, because it was just so, I believed in it so much, but it was just so not helpful in any way. That was the main draw of minimalism for me. That was the main thing that I will forever be incredibly grateful to minimalism, because it pulled me out of that. And I found that that weakness within me, that misled child within me, also finds social media to tick those boxes. So in the same way that I believed that I could change how I could be perceived by the things that I owned or the things that I wore, there's more truth to it, I think, in social media, but social media also serves that function. Like, you can completely mold how you think people should see you. You can completely alter how you can be perceived. And that to me is like a dangerous thing, because I am very, very aware that that is something I am inclined to overinvest in, and really do not want to, because I know that it's not the answer. I know that it's not how reality works and how the truth works, and all of these incredibly noble things, the real things that I want to focus on. It's none of that. It's none of the good stuff. It's just the illusions. And I don't want to overinvest in illusions, because I spend so much of my life doing that. It doesn't work. So I took some time away, and it was really good for me. It's been years now, really, that I've been consistently doing anything on social media. But that time away has allowed me to go back into social media in some way with a kind of renewed fun for it, I guess. Like, for me, it's never felt like a fun thing, because it's like, oh God, I need to control how people see me. And that's, you know, that's an issue. That's not really a healthy outlook for anything. But there's something about my childhood that has instilled that very deeply in me, and I still need to challenge myself on it. This is Arwen. She's still doing well. She's 8 now. And yeah, she's 8. So yeah, we're going out for a meal to a Pan-Asian place, which seems to have good vegan options. We've not been before, but we thought it'd be nice to take a little gamble. This is the main update. It's a pretty big one, but I plan on making more videos where I care less about the quality. So make of that what you will. If you don't want to watch them, that's absolutely fine. I completely get it.
This ground fail to support you. Your roots are exposed. A beautiful almost worth more It feels so